Probably Don.
Or I'll just turn the Zoom on. Well, that's why, because it wasn't on, so. Should be able to. There. That's it.
You did admit, yep.
All right, Don, admit. You are restricted, well, Mary, in this meeting, you are restricted from screen sharing.
Because he can't necessarily see.
No,
Okay, there he is.
and you got unmuted.
He can, I think he has to unmute himself. Well, you could.
Well, I am recording.
You gotta unmute yourself, Don.
Are you muted, Don?
He is.
There you go.
Or. There you are. We can hear you loud and clear now.
All right, call the North Station Building Replacement Committee meeting to order, August 13th, 2025 at 5:20. Any adjustments to the agenda?
Nope.
Any public comment? Okay, let's approve minutes of July 9th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 9th, 2025.
Motion by Carl,
Second.
seconded by Marie. All in favor?
Aye.
Let's roll into discussion and action. So Don, I took your emails and all the associated documents I separated them as I received them. So everybody has a copy. So I think the first one is your July progress report dated 8/4/25.
Okay. I have a computer glitch on this end, so I don't have these documents in front of me right now. I
Okay,
apologize. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer. I know what's in them, but I don't have them accessible right now.
all right, well, do your thing and we can follow along as needed and, everybody's got copies, so we can.
Right. Well, I guess what I'm saying is I don't have copies of them. I thought I did, but I don't have them available right now. So I cannot go through them with you, but I can answer questions. Can we do it that way, Mike?
Yeah.
So
I
I think the intention of, sorry, go ahead.
You want me to roll from the file and?
Yeah, that's fine. Any way it will work for you is fine.
Okay, so, first document dated 8/4/2025, July 25th, progress report. Select board review and discuss, approve the bond 4.5 for the project. Mandated public meeting, 9:15, vote will be on 9/16. Corinne and Lisa working on these details. Second mailer, withdrawn on the voting list, was prepared, edited in July, will be sent out for approval to August. It covers the entire project, unlike the Raise the Ladder brochure. And the first mailer, which raised awareness and discuss the need for the new fire station, and also announced public information meeting on 8/21. AES Northeast, Mike, Chris, and Don, reviewed the new drawings. It was also determined, two buildings will not have a connecting driveway. Carl and Mike are concerned that we don't lose too much of the current curb guts since the space regularly used as a school bus turnaround. Both AES and Krebs and Lansing are working to have their drawings 75% complete by 8/23. North Station North Station building replacement should be approving the seaboard drilling to do the borings required for the project structural engineer. Should also be forwarding the request to hire AES to provide the mechanical and electrical narratives at the cost they are offering the original proposal. Both these expenses have been anticipated in the project budget. There are expenses to approve for the architect and civil engineering as well. Putting up the current renderings at the town offices on 8/4, fundraising. Friends of the North Station, followed up with the second group potential direct donors. We raised 21,000 so far. More calls, personal visits, happening in August. Discuss the second article in the Islander. First one is very favorable. We hope Friends of the North Station can promote the project on Front Porch Forum. Monthly look ahead, delivery of second mailer, everyone on the grand list, architectural and civil plans ready for review, estimated for the end of August. Seed board drilling to do soil borings. And AES Northeast begin mechanical and electrical narratives, which will be part of the bid documents. And presentation to the town of North Hero staff for 9/16 bond vote. Public information meeting is on 8/21. So that was the first one.
Right. So I guess so that was just a recap of what we did last month. Are there any questions or any clarifications needed?
Nope.
So you need us to approve the borings or make the recommendation to the select board to approve the boring for the borings.
Correct.
When's the dollar amount? I can go down through these there, Mike, if you want. All right, here, so, I'll make a motion there to accept the seaboard drilling for $10,784.
There you go. Motion by Carl. Need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Marie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that carries.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve AES Northeast, the MEP design, which is an addition to their original contract for $7,000.
Make a motion.
Okay, motion and a second.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye. All right, so there are those two items.
Now we gotta take care of the July billing there for Krebs and Lansing and AES.
All right, where's that on the agenda?
Percent.
Well, I'm sure that we have it somewhere in there with monthly review of progress, expenses to approve. So,
So before we approve the bills, you wanna go over, you wanna discuss what we did with Matt and AES and Krebs and Lansing the other day?
Well, it was sort of a, Mike, I was thinking we would, that was sort of an unofficial meeting, just to make some progress on the civil work. But we, since Carl was there, we were putting it in the record. I guess it's just important that we had a discussion with the civil engineer and the architect to flesh out some of the issues that were in existence about access both to the public works space and the fire station. And we made some progress on this. We dealt with a number of issues that had to do with what would be permitted by the state AOT. And I think we're making good progress. I also think that a lot of these things will flesh themselves out in our meeting next Tuesday to review all this stuff with the architect and the engineer in a more official capacity. So that we're targeting the 21st of August to meet with the civil engineer and the architect with the intention of not finalizing, but having a 75% set of drawings ready, both for estimating and for approval from from both Public Works and the fire department, and on behalf of the town for Carl. So that's what's planned for 12 days.
Yeah, so Don, let me, so that's 8/21.
Yes.
But we have an informational meeting on 8/21 also,
No, I'm
correct?
sorry. We're meeting on 8/19, Carl. Tuesday,
Oh,
8/19.
Okay.
That's the 19th.
Okay.
That's the meeting with the architect and with the civil engineer.
All right.
You recall the time?
I do, I have that. So that is, that meeting will start at, hold on here. I do write these things down. 8:30, no, 8 o'clock. We're starting 8 o'clock with the, that's going to be with the civil engineer, and then we're going to meet with the architect at, from 8:30 to 10:30.
Matt, was that, refresh my memory, was that in person or are we doing that via Zoom again?
No, that's in person, and it's right where you are now. We're meeting at the town office.
Perfect. All right, so that consultation is.
And what day is that?
That's Tuesday.
8/19, that is.
That's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Correct.
Fine.
Is that a problem?
Well, we could meet downstairs, I guess. We'll have to meet downstairs in the office just because there's yoga up here at that time.
We can just combine it with yoga.
I don't think that they're into it, but you know.
Yeah.
Carl, I've seen you in yoga pants. It's okay. You don't need to be ashamed.
Hey, I've been twice. So, all right. So we'll meet downstairs then.
Okay.
All right, so where's that put us? Let me just run down the agenda. Any other monthly review of the progress before we move on? Okay.
No, all I would say is I think we're on track. I think our timing is still good. I think we'll get our 75% drawings next week. We'll go from there directly to having professional estimates done. And that will move us towards, towards knowing what we're going to spend for this.
So when do you envision that we would be able to start requesting actual bids?
November 1st. I'm assuming our bid period will begin around November 1st, so they'll finish their drawings sometime towards the end of October. We'll have some time to review, and then we'll officially put them out for bid somewhere around November 1st, with bids due back in approximately 3 weeks. So before Thanksgiving.
Cool. Well, we covered update on drawings, permits, and other information needed for bid proposal. Any update on Velco?
No, Velco, we'll get our narratives done, and then we'll start thinking about how we're going to interact with Velco. They really aren't going to need to be on site until really just before the project starts, sometime next year.
Okay. All right, public information campaign ahead of bond vote.
Did the article appear in the Islander about the life of a firefighter?
No, I texted Tanya and she had nothing.
No, that's not true. So I don't know what they're waiting for, but we did get that second nice article from Michael Frett, which I thought was great. But I have written, and they're supposed to publish an article that's called "The Life of a Firefighter," and it's just some of the gleaned information I got from talking to Mike and some of the other firefighters at the open house. And I think it's a good little article. There is some cost to it. I think it's like $210 because it's not it's actually an advertisement, though they're not calling it that. I'll follow up with them and find out when it runs.
Well, I chatted with her on Tuesday, and before that goes to print, I do have I did read it to my folks. So there were some changes. And there were some concerns. So, but as of Tuesday, Tanya hadn't gotten anything, so I'm not sure.
Well, that's just not true, Mike. That was all resolved before I left. They had all the information. It was all done. So I don't know why this is a problem, but I'll circle back with Tanya. Have you written up comments, or how do you want to deal with alterations?
I can get together with you tomorrow morning, or whenever time's good with you, before you reach out to Tanya.
Okay.
So you're in a different time zone, so I'm free at any time. You just shoot me a text and we can.
All right. I'll call you in the morning.
Yeah, whenever you're available, I'm
all right.
flexible.
Okay.
So, what other public information besides the Islander article?
I discussed with Tracy putting a banner up, requesting a vote, requesting people to make people aware of the 9/16 bond vote. We have discussed doing a third mailer. That would be, if we did that, it would basically be a week ahead of time. It would just be an encouragement to get people out to actively vote. And Mike, you said maybe we wouldn't do that. You just wanted to send something out as part of your regular yearly outreach. And so that's sort of up to you. If you think what you're going to do is enough, then we shouldn't do anything else. If you feel differently, then I'd just like to try to keep this in front of people as much as possible. I think that only benefits us.
Yeah, so we're doing the preliminary draft of the fund drive. So in that will be many items that the general public is not aware of what we spend funding on. So we have those listed. It's quite an involved list, but anyway. We've added a paragraph to please support the project, get out and vote. Got the date in there. So that's in there. And obviously, thanking everybody for their continued support over the years, blah, 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 blah. So, and that goes to everybody on the grand list.
When does that go out, Mike?
That is projected to go out probably right after the 21st meeting.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
So that will be, it's usually the between the third and the fourth week of August. So people will get that, a week and a half ahead of the bond vote.
Okay. I still think, Mike, it might be worthwhile considering and I would certainly take anybody else's input on this, a third general mailer, not from the fire department, but, you know, I just, like I said, I think the more we can keep this in front of people, I would be curious if Corinne and Lisa have had, have any comments or have had any input from people over the past, what's been downstairs in the town offices. Have people made any comments on that?
The posters?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've had a couple people ask about the project based on seeing those.
I would be interested in what you think the temperature is of the community concerning this bond vote. If that's appropriate to ask here.
I still don't have one. There's not a lot of buzz.
I get questions here and there, but I'm not hearing a giant amount of negativity. I'm not hearing, I'm hearing, well, it's definitely needed. So it's not like there's an uproar.
Today I had 3 questions about what's happening at the school. Everybody wants to talk about the school, so it's not like we don't hear things. And in past projects, I would have had a very clear, like, okay, I'm hearing this is the list of questions. This, I don't know if it's because it's the fire department and people don't want to not look like they're supporting our volunteers, or if they're just all assuming it's a great thing. I really can't tell.
So I would like to reserve the idea that we send out another flyer. Part of the idea of the third flyer was to take any feedback we'd had and put that into a written format to sort of try to head off at the pass if there are people who are concerned for some reason that, and they've raised questions, but so far it seems like we haven't had a lot of that. So maybe we don't do it, Mike, but I'd like to reserve the, sort of set aside the fact that we might do it. It might be just right ahead of the vote itself and the public meeting. So, maybe that's all we do.
I think the meeting on the 21st will get a lot of feedback and hopefully questions. Will that be recorded?
Maybe
It
our
wasn't-
guy is dying.
It's sort of it's not a scheduled North Hero Select Board or, station replacement meeting. It's more of just a sort of general discussion. That was the way we wanted it to be, fairly informal, so people could come and feel like they could just talk sort of on any subject related to this, without it getting too complicated. And Todd Keyworth did say that he would moderate.
Okay.
The other thing is, I hadn't thought about this, but have we had any meetings in the last 5 years that weren't on Zoom? Like, the public expectation is that everything is on Zoom, and that would mean it's automatically recorded. Well, we've had some technical difficulties lately, so I hesitate to say unequivocally that.
The reason I asked is because if questions are fired from the floor, will we be able to go back and say, here's 15 questions that were asked? And that might be, we're gonna do another mailer. Some of those questions that were asked might want to be the content of the mailer.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I'm after, Mike, and that's why I think we might need it. And maybe we get nothing but positive feedback and everybody's happy with the whole thing, but I think that's overly optimistic. I think there will be people who will object for any number of reasons.
I mean, we can use Zoom and get it out there. We'll have to post it so that people have the link. But
Well,
we can do it.
we didn't publish a link. We could, but if we're not getting much feedback, the other thing is this particular method of using Zoom, like we're doing right now, would be, I think, incredibly ineffectual for a meeting where there was a back and forth with perhaps a larger audience. And we're going to have, we'll have several people sort of sitting around sitting up front, prepared to answer questions. And I just don't know I don't know if this is a good setup for Zoom. But if you guys think we should, I'm happy to do that.
I mean, I'm feeling regretful that this is coming up just now, but it has occurred to me that whenever you change or deviate greatly from past practices, if people are unhappy, they will automatically assume you're trying to hide something. So from that perspective, doing Zoom should just be a no-brainer just to keep up with the status quo. As far as functionality, I agree with you. How we've made it work in the past is by having 2 or 3 staff members present and one person just moderates Zoom. And unfortunately, I will be out of town. So,
Did you say fortunately?
Well,
She did.
And I think Lisa may be involved helping with the presentational material. So we may not really have somebody unless there's someone other than you two who could help us out.
Let me, I'll reach out to Sean Coleman. Maybe he could give us a little bit of time
just to the Zoom part.
just for the Zoom component. I mean, we have the owl and
We know how to set it up. We're all hands on it.
so it's just, I'll ask Sean. I'm sure, he's super busy, but, I'll get an answer tomorrow.
How would we communicate to people that Zoom is available at this point?
Well, we can put it on the website and the calendar and we can post it around town. I can do a flyer and we can get it at Heroes of Welcome and Harborside and at the door here that there is a Zoom link available.
Okay. Because I'm out of town, I can't help with that. Can someone oversee that?
Is Tracy going to be available? Could she help?
I'd
No.
reach on out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We want to be careful. The Zoom is hard. The last Motherboard meeting, we had somebody fishing around again.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So we're trying, like I had somebody today reach out by email and say, why can't I find Zoom links on the website? Like, we don't do that anymore. And this is why.
Yeah.
That would be a horrible meeting to have this.
Well, if we do postings there via, or, versus Front Porch Forum,
That's local. That's probably better than.
that's better
Yeah.
than to put it on Front Porch Forum that they can,
They're scraping the website.
correct. So,
Which means the calendar's out too, if you're concerned about that. But yeah, I think you're right. French Port Forum, yeah. That would,
yeah, that one.
what do you think, Lisa? That,
And I think, doesn't when the school board meets, don't they take the Zoom folks and kind of give them their time?
they have one person there dedicated, and NRPC does this too. There's one person there that just does Zoom.
Okay, so folks on Zoom, you have your questions, now you have we'll take Joe Schmo #1, go ahead,
And that's kind of informally what we've done. Whoever is assigned to be the Zoom moderator at these bigger meetings is watching who has their hand raised and is waiting for a time to interject in the room on behalf of them. But our meetings tend to be smaller to allow that. That might be a good idea for this meeting.
Let me reach out to Sean, I know he's pretty savvy at the Zoom bomb thing.
Is he?
And he's,
Well, I may want to talk to him just in general.
he's, well, and he does a lot of the in Franklin County, so I'm sure they get
Okay.
bombed just as much as we do, but anyway.
Have you heard anybody talk about this meeting? Are we, usually if we've got 2 people ask, we'll get a handful of people. If we have 5 people ask, we know we're gonna get a lot of people. I haven't had anybody.
I am going to put it the dates on our social media. I'm not gonna provide the Zoom link. I'm just gonna announce that,
It's available by Zoom. Tell people to just, we can email them the link in like 30 seconds.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna announce the meeting dates and the location and the time, and this is your opportunity. So,
That flyer was pretty comprehensive. I wonder if the reason there's not a lot of buzz is because any questions like finances, how much it's gonna cost me and my taxes are pretty clearly spelled out.
We sent out similar
Yeah.
flyers for our last two bond votes, and it just felt like people were fishing for opportunities to talk about it. They come in and say, hey, excited about moving, or hey, you have a moving date yet? So even if it wasn't specific, there was just more general desire to talk about it. And I haven't experienced that. I don't know.
I haven't had my phone number was on there. I haven't had a call, not one. So I'm surprised by that. So something is different. For some reason, people are not being so viable about this.
I think that someone already mentioned it. The fire department is really well respected, as are all the members, well respected. It's gonna be hard to swim against that kind of sentiment, but there may be people who are concerned enough to give a second thought about voting for an expense of this magnitude at this time. I mean, I don't know, making stuff up, but seriously, they're not going to be against the fire department.
Right.
They may have significant doubts that they're unwilling or feel like they can't express. I don't know.
Which is, I think it's
That's all.
why it's good. We're really trying hard to get the word out. But
Yeah.
I mean, nobody can fault us for not getting information of it.
Right. You know, once we've done everything we can do, we've done everything we can do. That it then remains to people, if they're interested, that they can ask. There's certainly people available to ask. We've made that abundantly clear.
Can we put that on the website as far as that Zoom link will be provided upon request?
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And then,
do like an announcement, just a news.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guess is the closer you can tie fire department personnel and goals, just overall goals of the fire department to this building, the easier you're gonna have a way to sell it.
yeah, well,
No.
that's where the fund drive letter will probably cinch that. Because it's been year after year since I have made reference to the project in that fund drive letter. Religiously. So
Now's the time to call those chips.
now, this one
Now's
will
the
be,
time.
you know,
Yeah,
this is where the rubber meets the road, folks.
yeah,
We need your support now more than ever,
yep,
so.
yep. Yeah,
All right, so also. So Lisa's also working on a PowerPoint, which will have the information. She's got a draft. It's pretty, you know, quick and dirty. It's basically a lot of the information that's been in the raise the ladder, in the mailers, in the public outreach. It's just set up in a kind of a chronological order. And then, pictures of the new building, pictures of the old building. So, you know. I
I'll
think
send
that's
that to
good.
you, Dawn, so you can look at it.
All right, any more public information campaign ahead of bond vote?
other than the select board saying they approve somehow, I think the select board needs to stay out of it.
Which one?
out of this, out of the campaign around it. I don't think that the townsfolk need to know select board is pushing this or whatever. I think fire's gonna sell it, or it's not. But
Well, the select board's gonna have something to say
I
here because they're both town buildings.
they
Um,
are, but
The
But-
select board can't.
but I
vote,
hear
so
where
you
you're-
please vote.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
fire needs to be informed. This,
Yes.
yeah,
The fire department can rattle the saber versus the select board not taking that stance, so. I think,
I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think so in this case.
I think we can rally the support and
You
ahead
can,
of the 21st pretty easily.
you can pretty much boil it down to that we're really close on monies for the public works building. But we're at basically zero with the fire department, with the
That's
new
probably
station.
the way the select board can help, is to say that part.
Oh, I say it all the time.
I don't know
Um,
that piece of it,
but anyway, so, but
or didn't connect it.
But it has to be, well, and that'll come out, in the meeting. You know, so. All right. Moving on,
Dates on grants and fundraising. Requested a meeting with the vote. We'll see how that pans out. This will be the second time I've met with them on this project, so we'll see if see if anything comes out of that. And the Raise the Ladder campaign broke 25,000. I think we're just shy of 26 now. Couple more have come in, nothing major. And I'll have Deb update that. Closer to the 21st, so we know exactly what's been done.
okay, now, can we circle back around here to Michael?
Yeah.
If we're looking at, well, you don't have to circle back. It's in the next one there on invoices, so we'll deal with that.
I still have more legwork to do on the fundraising. I've been a little behind on this. I felt other things were taking precedent, needed to take precedence. So I still have doors I need to knock on and people I need to talk to. That's going to happen in the next several weeks.
Good, all right, thank you. All right, so roll into the invoices, so Carl, do you have this?
I have the numbers here. Make the motion to approve the July billing from AES Northeast, which is $12,600.
Okay.
I'll second.
3 seconds it.
A motion to approve the AES Northeast.
Aye.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next one.
Krebs and Lansing, July billing. $3,177.30.
Second.
3 seconds.
Motion, Carl, second by Marie, all in favor?
Aye.
And then the third and final one.
This is the one there that always kills me. Project Director, July billing, $2,000.
Are you angry because I said yoga pants?
Yeah, there you go. I'll make that motion to approve that.
All right, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye,
Aye, all right.
there you go, Don.
Thank you.
Okay,
So, agenda building. Should we as the committee get together ahead of this meeting on the 21st?
We have a whole committee present on the 21st. Do you want to bring your other members in?
Well, here's my question, now, this is how I feel. The committee should be at the meeting, both meetings. Just, a show of force that, we're all behind it, not, one or two of us, all of us. That's just my opinion.
Well, if you want to meet beforehand, I mean, for discussion, I guess discussion purposes, they're not, with no action taken.
Right.
And I believe we can do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Corinne.
Oh, you still have to warn it.
You still have to warn it?
I know.
Well, we can warn it.
Well, why don't we
We're
warn it
taking
then?
this thing more and more. It's not,
I mean, at least we'll all be on the same page with a game plan.
So what's the date we're talking about? The
They
10th?
only need 24 hours notice for a special meeting, so.
Right. Well, why don't we, it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday is the info meeting. We could meet the day before if you want, like
20th?
the 20th.
I won't be around.
You won't be around.
About the evening of the 19th, following the
It's a special day for you, Michael.
20th.
Yeah,
Well, it's just another day of the week.
okay. Well, we could, take it back to, Monday is a select board meeting, so
What month are we looking at?
they're looking at next week.
Oh,
we're looking at next week here, but, the info meeting is next week.
okay.
So that's a busy week.
Yeah.
The 21st, which is at first,
Or we just not. I,
You just maybe call all your other members and say, be there.
I feel that everybody from the committee that's on the committee should be at the meeting on the 21st.
Yes,
Just a visual presence will speak volumes.
yeah, no, I agree.
What about, I mean, Chris Retz isn't officially on the committee anymore, but he and Chris, a lot of people will be looking at this.
Well, my folks will be here for sure.
Okay, Yeah.
And we'll just go with it.
and that informational meeting is at what time again? 7,
The one on the 21st,
the 21st,
6,
6,
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
Okay.
Six
And
people.
we won the night before the bond vote is at what time?
7.
7.
That's at 7.
That's after the select board meeting.
Right.
Well, I think between the two meetings, we ought to be able to get a relative temperature of the crowd.
Okay. All right.
So anything else before we adjourn? That we're forgetting about? Nothing? John, you got anything else before we adjourn?
No, I'll be back, Monday and, we're gonna go for Tuesday and Thursday.
I'm surprised you're not covered in paint splatters.
Is the select board meeting?
I've been building fences, glazing windows, meeting with tradespeople and sawing doorknobs off of old houses. So
Oh,
quite interesting so far.
the 21st.
And the 21st, and then there's a meeting there at the Cribs and Meats and everything.
Okay,
That's,
That's just you
that's,
guys.
that's.
If no other business, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, thank you all.
Time of adjournment, 6:02 p.m.
Bye, Don.
Bye, Don.
See y'all.